So Louisville was probably the oddest place we visited this trip.
We had the most time there too.
That's true. But even just walking around, you would literally stumble over the weird in downtown Louisville.
Yes.
Walking up Main Street, the first thing I noticed was the giant gold statue of David right in the middle of the road.
Yes.
He had to have been 20 feet tall.
At least.
So that was interesting.
Right in the middle of downtown.
Right in the middle. Also downtown, was it the Hall of Fame that we were walking by with all of the bases and the baseball bats?
Louisville Slugger Manufacturing.
They had the giant bat.
That's not where the Hall of Fame is. They're just talking about...
Remember all the things we passed on the sidewalk?
Yes,
What were those?
Those were placards of baseball players using Louisville Sluggers.
So that was interesting. The roadside America and the Atlas Obscura gave us hundreds of things to go see around Louisville, but we didn't have unlimited time. Downtown, we also ran into a giant troll.
Yes, we did. And the troll was under a bridge.
He was. He was also attached to a bar, so we became very familiar with him. Yeah, Louisville, the downtown is just, it is an odd place.
It's a great place,
It's
though.
a fabulous place. When I say odd, that's a compliment.
Yes.
Outside of Louisville, we drove up to Waverly Hills Sanatorium. Unfortunately, they weren't offering tours because, COVID or whatever. Also, they couldn't get enough volunteers. But we were able to come up on the gate, and we took pictures through the gate, and there were signs posted not to go in, and we didn't go in as much as I wanted to. It was just a gate. There was no fence.
yeah, that's something that needs to be explained. So we're from California, where when things are blocked off, they are blocked off in every way, shape, and form. There's a gate across the road. I don't believe the gate was locked, but the gate just ended at the road, and beyond that, there was nothing. There's no fence, there's no wall. You could literally walk around it. We're not saying you should do that or anyone should do that, but it was definitely an interesting observation.
There were cameras.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So I don't know what would have happened had we gone around. There could have been security guards come running at us.
Yes.
But it was interesting, and I wish we could have seen it next time. Definitely. Louisville also had some interesting things around it. Different buildings shaped like weird stuff. For instance, like an ice cream place called Barrel of Fun was shaped like a barrel of ice cream.
A large barrel.
Well, it was the building. Little things like that made Louisville just amazing.
It was closed for the season.
Yeah, Louisville, odd place, strange place, which is why it is amazing.
Those are all compliments, not bad things.
Absolutely. So I'm at Eastern Cemetery outside of Louisville here. Has a very interesting past. The first person was buried here in about 1840. The last one, I believe, was late 80s, because they discovered in 1989, one of the grave diggers went to the city and said, hey, you might want to know that they're stacking bodies out there at Eastern Cemetery. And they did some research. They found 4 different cemetery maps showing all the markers, and they discovered that there are 30,000 plots here, but there are 100,000 people buried here. I would assume that almost everybody is sharing a grave. So it is a beautiful cemetery, and they are redoing it, trying to keep it up. There's a nonprofit, but interesting if you're in Louisville. The Pope-Lick Trestle Bridge at the edge of Louisville is home to the fabled Goat Man. It's said that as you drive underneath it, he tries to eat you. He's said to be a half goat, half man, supernatural. Some say he was a farmer who ate the souls of goats to turn into a goat man. But we quickly realized that the real problem with the Trestle Bridge wasn't the goat man at all. It was the danger of the trains. There's a huge memorial underneath for all of the people who have been killed trying to find the goat man, either by crossing the Trestle Bridge, getting hit by a train, or jumping from the bridge to avoid being hit by a train. So it's actually quite a solemn place with a lot of memorials. Beautiful bridge. It looks like any other trestle bridge, but it has this lore to it that draws people, and unfortunately, people get killed every year trying to find the goat man. Hold the phone. This is Editor Me. We nearly left out the witch's tree, which was actually on one of our ghost tours. It has a fantastic story about old witches gathering underneath it, a demon storm that killed a bunch of people but prompted this gnarly tree to grow. It was amazing, and it's definitely worth a read. There's a link below to the story about it. Definitely worth the mention.
Well, we have come to the end of it.
We are leaving Louisville. We thought we'd give you some final thoughts on just the overall Louisville, Kentucky.
I really like it. The weather has been all over the place.
Not just Louisville, but all of Kentucky, just all of the trees that we're not used to seeing. Those are nice. I'll miss the trees.
It's very green.
It's a beautiful city. I really, really enjoyed all of the architecture, all of the different buildings, just all of the different, I'm not even sure how to describe it. It's like a little bit of everything kind of thrown together, and it seems like all kinds of different people are living in the same spaces, and it's working for them. That's just how I feel.
It has an old feel.
There was a billion things we didn't get to do. I'd come back.
It's great.
I know
Absolutely.
you'd come back.
I would come back.
There's a lot of museums and
Yeah, a lot we didn't get to do. We need a lot more
art,
time.
and there's things that we could have days more to see everything. And the rest of Kentucky. I mean, there's a lot going on here.
And again,
So-
it's close to a lot of things. Need more
So,
time.
yeah, this is the last leg of our trip, so it's kind of bittersweet. But I'll be honest, I'm exhausted.
Me too.
When we come back, you gotta plan less and stay longer. That would be the key.
Yes. New stuff next time.
So we're coming back to Kern County. Thanks for coming on this trip with us.
Yes. Yeah.
It's been amazing, and it's been fun knowing that that you get to share in all of the fun stuff we've been seeing.
Yes.
So until our next road trip. That's weird.